Why won't your family talk to you? In my family, the eldest daughter was expected to raise every child born after her. Not help with, not babysit, but become their actual mother from the moment they arrived home from the hospital. I changed my first diaper when I was 6 years old. You see, my mother was a former teen mom who treated pregnancy like catching a cold, something that just happened to you. My father worked construction, but somehow his paychecks always disappeared into new tools or nights at the bar. They both came from huge families where this was just how things worked. By the time I was 8, I had 3 siblings under my care. My parents would leave for their date nights while I heated bottles and rocked crying babies. Soon you'll get married and pass the burden on to someone else, my mother would say each time she announced another pregnancy, her eyes landing on me like I was hired help. Fast forward 8 years later, when I turned 14. My mother sat me down at the kitchen table with this formal announcement. She was pregnant again. Nothing new. Except this time, she handed me a notebook labeled Household Schedule, with my name listed as primary caregiver from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. You're old enough to handle night feedings alone now, she said. My father nodded from his recliner. We canceled your after-school activities. Family comes first. The worst part was when they told me I'd need to get a work permit to buy diapers because they couldn't afford extras. They called it giving me real-world experience. This is what love looks like in our culture, they said. You're so much better with them than we are. My day started at 5:30 a.m., making breakfast for 4 kids while my parents slept in. I fell asleep during a parent-teacher conference once. My parents told everyone I must be partying. The youngest started calling me mama at the grocery store and people would give us looks. Then came the breaking point. I'd worked so hard to get a full academic scholarship to my dream college. The acceptance letter arrived on a Tuesday. For once, I wasn't an underage mother. I was just Lisa, a normal girl, going to a normal college. I was in the middle of happy tears when my mother walked in. I'm pregnant, she yelled. My face dropped. It was twins. That was the same week that my dad decided to be even more neglectful than usual. I had to be the one to hold my mom's hair when she vomited, to massage her feet, to fix her pregnancy cravings, all while taking care of the kids. The counselor called the next week saying I needed to submit final paperwork by 3 p.m. The baby got sick and wouldn't stop screaming. I missed the deadline by 10 minutes. The scholarship was withdrawn for lack of commitment. My parents said college would have been selfish anyway. I started planning my escape in secret, applied to community college and got accepted. Got a part-time job at a grocery store and hid my money in a tampon box. My 16-year-old sister Sarah found out but promised to keep quiet. For once, everything was going according to plan, until my parents found the acceptance letter I'd hidden in my chemistry textbook. My mother cried about all their sacrifices. My father threatened to kick me out if I abandoned the family. I didn't say a word, and the next day, I came home from work to find the house riddled with social workers. Apparently, my parents told them I was the neglectful caregiver who was supposed to be watching everyone. The social worker saw through it, but gave me an impossible choice. Either I stayed as the primary caregiver or my siblings would go into foster care. My parents stood there smirking like they'd won, but I had an ace up my sleeve. Sarah had been recording them on her phone for weeks. Full story on channel, link below.